sing it high, I can sing it low. I can tell you everything that you would like to know. Catch me in the sky, dancing on the grove. I can tell you every little thing that you would ever like. That I'll be in the summertime breeze if you need me. Yeah, go ask my moms if you don't believe me. Yeah, just open up and receive us. She's singing, yeah, 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 yeah. I can sing it high, I can sing it low. I can tell you everything that you would like to know.
All right. So happy, we're live, yes? Okay, perfect. Happy thirsty third day of fall Thursday, everybody. How we doing over there, Brooke and Trevor?
Doing well.
Doing all right.
Perfect. And Brooke, you are kind of on the opposite side of the country right now. Are you in Rhode Island or?
Yes, Providence, Rhode Island. So it's already dark here. 7 o'clock.
So it's way past happy hour, which means I think it's only fair that we just start with a cheers as we move into the show. This is Brooke Annibale, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're going to hear just amazing music for the next hour. We're going to sip some great wine. And like I said, it's the third day of fall. So we're kind of transitioning from the heat and the super fast-paced outdoor activities to what I personally love. I don't know about you, Coco, but just the indoor and outdoor fire pit, just fun, cozy activities. And I think red wine, white wine, sparkling wine, as we move into the holiday season, they're all perfect. So
all of the above.
Even though we're about to have like another 100-degree.
We are.
Yes.
But, you know, that's why we got the white wine.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got our candy.
Exactly. And what are you drinking, Trevor?
I got that butter Chardonnay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have as well.
You do.
Nice.
So you brought
very
your
much.
equipment?
I
Perfect.
did. Yes.
So it's a
Awesome.
butter day because you have your butter.
Yeah.
Speaking of butter day,
Yeah.
dude, did you see what we've got going on in terms of the giveaway?
Right. Do you want to tell them about it?
Yeah, so, okay, I think it's been posted on all of the major social media platforms in terms of our Jam Sellers socials. But basically, you could win a 4-person virtual meet and greet with another amazing musician, Matt Nathanson, in addition to this like bright butter yellow. I think it's the same exact color as all the butter stuff behind me, a Yeti cooler full of a bunch of Jam Cellar swag.
Which is so cool. And Matt Nathanson's
awesome.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so just to be clear, this is for California residents only, actually.
Man.
So California residents, this is your last weekend to enter to win. And yeah, virtual meet and greet plus a small performance for you and your besties with Matt Nathanson. Pretty incredible stuff.
Heck yeah. But in the meantime, I'm super pumped, Brooke. I'm just so excited for your music. I was listening to it earlier, and I love it. And it sounds like we've got something fun geared up for the first song, if you want to kind of just get right into it.
Yeah, sure thing. This is a song called Hold On from my most recent record I put out 2 summers ago. Here goes.
There's not enough time for it to slow down. I'll be fine. We put our flame upon ice and watch it burn out. All I want to do, all I want to do.
Thank you. Thanks so much. It's so funny. This is the first time that I'm doing a live stream show that has other people that like I can hear.
That is so funny. I was just talking about that yesterday. I was asking yesterday's artist, Ariana, and I was saying, is it kind of cool getting an actual real-time applause or just any sort of feedback or reaction or discussion? Because for the most part, artists have been partaking in like the singular solo Instagram live and all of the things where you can't even see the audience. You're just like projecting
Totally.
your voice and your songs to what feels like nobody sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'll read the comments and that's nice, but there's usually a delay in those between like what's actually happening over here. And also it's just weird to like read comments and try to sing at the same time, because then sometimes I just totally sing the wrong words because I'm reading and singing, you know?
Right.
So yeah, it's nice to have real human voices and faces.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And everyone seems to be happy to be watching. As far as I can see right now, we've got Kathy from Chicago, and then Greg with the wow, and the three clapping emojis, not just one. And then my dear friend Sophia Cole, looks like she's tuned in. Mwah, love you, my dear friend, from preschool, actually.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a good friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to actually see her in the next couple days. She's in town,
Nice.
so I'm excited. And then we have got Antonio also tuning in. So thank you to everyone who is partaking in the live right now. And then we've got Brooke here, Miss Brooke Annibale. And I feel like every time I say her last name, I'm just saying Annabelle with like a really southern weird accent. It's cracking me up every time.
Well, it is Annabelle, but I have heard people. I worked with someone on a record that was from Mississippi, and he said Annabelle, and but it is Annabelle. So
Okay, that makes me happy. And you're from Rhode Island, or is it just your home studio that's located there?
So I moved to Rhode Island a little over 2 years ago. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I spent a lot of my life in Pittsburgh. I also lived in Nashville for a little bit, but ended up moving to Rhode Island, and for my love, my relationship. So it's a good reason to move, right? And I've been here for 2 years.
So real quick, we got you quickly versed on the whole drinking game. I like to call, instead of dad jokes, I refer to them as the anti-boozy jokes. Like, just picture that aunt that shows up to your holiday party with a pumpkin pie and then drinks a lot of champagne. That's the style of joke that I like to hear too. So
Only the best.
exactly, the best pumpkin pie. It's like the aunt that brings all the classy stuff, but then backs up a little bit. You know. Which state's got the most of all the 50 states? Has the most streets?
I should just take a guess, yeah, because I really don't know. Has the most streets? Texas. No.
I need to. Okay, we need to get a Jeopardy sort of, you know, the instrumental, like,
yes.
na, na, na. I usually
Na, na.
give about 7 seconds.
I mean, I can do that.
Perfect.
Great. I'm a great singer.
So for the rest of today, we've got Coco, the co-host today, and she's going to be that instrumental for me in between the
Like a
jokes.
multiple choice or something.
Na, 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 na.
So the state with the most streets within the collection of 50 United States is Rhode Island. Get it?
Oh,
Like,
I get it.
Rhode.
Terrible.
Thank you. We
I
need
have the
that.
drum kit behind me. Should I do the ba-boom?
Yes, please. But now you've got a cheers. There you go, Trevor.
Cheers.
That was water,
Cheers.
so cheers. Man, I went right over my head. Maybe if I had lived in Rhode Island my whole life, I would have thought of that. It's the only island that's not actually an island.
It's okay.
All right, well, should I play you some more music?
I think so. I think I'm intrigued by you were talking about love, and I know that you were supposed to. You had a tentative wedding scheduled for this past. Was it June?
Past June, yes.
And
So
have you you and your girlfriend, fiance, have you rescheduled?
we have, yeah. So we were supposed to get married at the end of June, and sort of like the day we sent out our invitations in March was kind of like right before everybody figured out that this was going to be a like much longer situation than any of us could have imagined. So basically, the second we sent out our invitations, we like stopped planning and tried to find a plan B. So yeah, we're rescheduled for next summer, all the way in July. But you know, who knows? Maybe we'll just run away before that.
And then have a big old party. You know.
Yeah, have a big party next year. Hopefully, all will be back to some sort of normalcy then, as far as parties go.
I mean, eloping doesn't sound like half a bad idea right about now. So two melons meet at the market, actually, and they fall in love. And one of the melons says to the other melon, "Hey, let's run away together. Let's get married." And then the other melon replies, "I can't elope, but honey, do I want to?"
That was really good. I really set that up, and I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to work for the next hour. Cheers, Trevor.
Wow.
He knows how it works. He saw it coming. I saw his wrist head towards his glass before we were even halfway through that joke. So.
You know.
Spoiler alert, I watched yesterday's show.
Yeah.
I have my box
We
of,
did use that joke
of
yesterday.
the anti-boozy
Oh,
jokes in here. So,
Did you just like pick them out, like picking them out of a hat, or?
no, it's all based on what's being discussed, but that
It's-
just so
it's prepped.
happened to
It's like playing Mad Libs, except for you don't know what's happening.
exactly. So, my dear Brooke, would you like to maybe get us well versed with the song that was kind of a, in honor of what should have been?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch guitars for that one. So this song I put out on our wedding day, or what was supposed to be our wedding day. And it's a song that I wrote at the beginning of our relationship, and it just seemed like a good way to spend the day. We were like, how are we gonna spend this day? And watch it come and go. And this was like a lot of good, like positive energy to send into the world on our would have been day full of positive energy. Make some adjustments down here. Okay, it's called Home Again.
Taking the train, city sunset, trying to find a way to say something about time that we spent, trying to find a way to say I'm still trying to find a way to say if you
So, and that was called, is it Home Again?
Yes.
And is that a part of anything, or is it a single release that you
It's
put
just
out?
a single. I had recorded it a while ago and planned to release it in the spring initially because I was supposed to go on a European tour, my first ever European tour in April. And that got canceled. So we were like, well, we're not going to put out the song right now. But then, canceled or postponed the wedding. And it was like, this is a good day to talk about this song and our story a little bit. So,
Right.
yeah, so it's a single for now.
Well, I'm sure you've been working in your downtime, if you've had it, as I think most of us have over the past handful of months, working on maybe some music that maybe we'll get a sample of if we're lucky today.
Oh, yeah. I don't have any new ones that are like sparkly enough to present to the world yet, but I have been working on a lot of new music, and sometimes it's been like really hard to focus. It's like it's freaking crazy out there. The world is literally on fire, and but in the past couple of weeks I've sort of been like, okay, I'm gonna get one thing done today and I'm gonna feel good about it.
And I know, like, for the most part, in general, like over the past 8-10 years, the past decade, really, your creative process has never had that sort of normalcy to it. It can either start with the melody or the guitar part, and then you kind of, mix in and fit the lyrics to what you've already composed. And it seems like you're more proactive in terms of just doing things in the moment and getting things going rather than like holding off and waiting for something to come to you, which I admire a lot because I'm sure it's a little bit overwhelming at times, like all the thoughts and trying to filter them and figure out what's going to work and what won't.
Yeah, I've told people before that like songwriting is kind of like my like therapeutic process, and like sitting down and thinking about what I'm feeling right now is like a lot. There's a lot on, we're all just kind of like feeling everything at once.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited because as I was researching you, as I do in a very meticulous manner, I was stoked to see that two of some of my favorite TV shows ever, you contributed to the soundtrack. So One Tree Hill and Vampire Diaries, specifically Vampire Diaries, I got real excited on because I'm rewatching it for, I think, the third time now.
And now I have to watch it because I've never seen it.
She'd never.
And now that I know your songs are on there, now I have to.
Yeah. It was in like a Halloween episode or something. Or it aired on Halloween. This was kind of like perfect.
They had
Vampires
so many
Halloween.
like holiday and Halloween episodes and Christmas ones in that show. It was kind of funny. And rewatching it for the third time over, I'm like, holy mackerel. But where does Dracula, or where do you think Dracula shops exclusively for his writing utensils?
For his writing utensils?
I'm kind of doing a nice fusion of
Ready.
topics here.
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Pennsylvania.
God, I'm from Pennsylvania. But I'm like thinking like a shop, a store, like Office Depot. No.
Trevor left it.
No, I didn't.
You can't just jump in and then say, "Oh, so bad."
Don't love it.
Trevor.
I'll drink and then I'll get out of the way.
Wait, Brooke, where was my?
Well, I'd have to get up, and
Yeah,
it's
that's fair,
the
that's
whole
fair.
thing.
I'll send you a yardstick, so next time you can just. Okay, so Brooke, how did you kind of evolve your music style over the years, and like what kind of rooted everything? What started the entire process?
Good question. I mean, I started with like writing lyrics and melodies when I was a kid, and just I don't know why. It was just one of those things where I started like writing lyrics in a notebook and then writing melodies to them and singing them out loud. And I didn't play any instruments, so when I got a little older and was sort of like, oh, I really want to write songs, I need an instrument. Guitar was my natural first pick because my grandfather played guitar, and he had started like a family business way back, like, you know, in the 60s, and it's still open today, but it's like a guitar shop and music store and live sound business. So that was my like inclination was towards guitar. So I took lessons at the store, and that just turned into, you know, what I wanted to do for a living. So I guess, yeah, it's like I learned an instrument so that I could be a songwriter. So and I don't know if that's how it started. I don't know if that answers your question of how it evolved, but yeah, that's a fun part of, you know, my foundation was that, like, my family has always been so supportive of me pursuing music. So
Do you play any other instruments besides guitar? I see the drum kit behind you.
yeah, so I can't say that I play the drums, but the drums were what I always wanted to play first when I was a kid, but that wasn't really an option for, you know, it's a whole thing. You have to get like the whole deal, which is, it's funny because my like 4-year-old, now 5-year-old nephew already has a drum kit that has his name on it.
Oh,
With, like,
so cute.
you know, like the Metallica logo with the M, his name starts with an N and the N looks like Metallica. It's ridiculous. Anyway, he has a drum kit, but now that I have my own house, I was like, let's get a drum kit. My partner and I like to play, like, she's a little better than I am, but I've always wanted to learn, so we just put one in the room. And but yeah, mostly I just play guitar. I have like a little keyboard too that I mess around on, but
speaking of instruments, so what did the guitar say to the ukulele to assert its dominance?
these are hard.
Yeah. See, we give it about 7 seconds.
I feel like I need like a multiple choice.
No,
What did the guitar say to the ukulele?
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm the worst.
Uke, I am your father.
Oh, man, that's really.
Gotta love a good Star Wars joke.
Thank you. Oh, see, now that it
I'll give
involves
you credit for
Star
that.
Wars, Trevor jumps in and says, "Great."
I'll give you
Thanks, Trevor. See ya. Oh boy. Oh, Brooke. What's your zodiac sign, Brooke?
I am a Leo.
Okay. Are you a Cancer or a Virgo cusp? Or are you in the middle?
I am a Cancer cusp.
Mm-hmm.
And I was meant to be born a Cancer, but I was born 3 days late.
Ah.
But all of my like suns and moons and whatever are all Leo. But I
because I
don't
feel
like a raging Leo.
I was gonna say, when you said Leo, I wasn't seeing the Virgo. I'm a Virgo. She's got the Virgo cusp with the
I do.
Libra. Her birthday's, week and a day.
Yeah.
But
Happy early.
Thank you.
an inner, like, sort of emotional, calm side to you. But you still, like, when something kind of excites you, you get the Leo sort of aspect going on. So
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment.
I'm gonna send you. So there's this personality test that's really fun. I had her take it yesterday.
It's great.
Mhm.
I love that stuff.
It's based heavily off of the Myers-Briggs sort of ideology, but basically there's 4 different colors that your personality can be. There's gold, green, blue, and orange. And I'm gonna send it your way via email later, and then
Okay.
we'll figure out.
Yes, we'll see what you
What
are.
we got.
We're pretty
Okay.
close.
Mhm.
We're like flipped on we're about the same, like we're flipped on
Pretty
what the
much.
dominant one is,
Mhm.
but they're all like equal except for like this one color, which I won't say.
Yeah.
That is like a negative. It's like doesn't even exist.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna send you the color code.
Yeah, I don't.
send me back your results, and then I'll send you.
Right, because you don't want to skew the results.
Exactly. Thank you.
Exactly.
There we go. Anyways. Okay, so Brooke, what is your favorite part of being in Rhode Island? You've only lived there for a couple years, so how is your just musical style and I guess your unique genre shifted, if at all, from the move to a different state and different place?
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I'd say that my favorite part of being here is the proximity to the ocean. That is really nice, especially right now when you just like drive and listen to the ocean waves. But as far as like sound stuff goes, I feel like there's a lot of folk music in New England, which is really cool. It's like there's a lot of cool folk venues, and I made a record in New England in Maine before I moved to New England, so I had been introduced to a lot of like the Boston folk scene staples, if you will. But the funny thing is that I didn't come to New England to make a folk record. I like wanted to make like a more electronically influenced folk
Ooh.
pop thing. So
Sounds fun.
like my last record, I was like, let's just get all the synths out and see what weird sounds we can make while still playing somewhat folky pop music.
You're making me real jealous. Sorry, I'm like getting sidetracked, but when I heard New England, the first thing that came to mind is clam chowder, which I've had amazing clam chowder in the city in San Francisco.
Yeah.
But
You got to go out to Bodega Bay.
I'm saying I need to go to New England.
True that.
And have that true clam chowder. And she has full access to it. I'm like the real stuff. I'm jealous.
Yeah. I went to Cape Cod a couple weeks ago and just like got seafood takeout every night. Just,
Yum. The freshest of the fresh.
Yeah, it was very good.
Wow. Wow, I'm hungry now.
I know.
Okay. I'm going to order sushi or something
Yes.
when we're done with this. I don't know. But Brooke, so now that we've kind of gotten a little bit more comfortable and well-versed with your history as a person and musician, why don't you play us like one of your favorite songs?
Okay. I'm gonna look at I have a little list here, but most of my favorite songs are on this list. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep this. This song, sorry, I have like pedals down here that I'm adjusting,
Pebbles?
which probably looks really strange on the camera.
Oh,
Yeah, so my electric guitar is going into some effects pedals, and I had to adjust one. But I'm sure you like saw the top of my head. This song is a good example of how I came to New England and didn't make a folk record. It's called Collided. Oops, sorry, I shook my whole camera.
Now say, wrapped up inside our clean tears. Feeling insecure, better just be sure. Think that I'll take my chances. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't deny it. Think about how we collided. I can't define it. Think about how we collided, collided, collided. Think about how we collided, collided, collided. It's getting in the way of everything you say you want. It's getting in the way of everything you say you want. It's getting in the way of everything you say you want. It's getting in the way of everything you say you want. Oh, no. I can't deny it. About how we collided. I can't define it. Think about how we collided, collided, collided. Think about how we collided, collided, collided.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Round of applause.
Woo. Let's order another round. There we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody,
Cheers.
for tuning in. Happy Thirsty Third Day of Fall Thursday. And the name of that song, was it Collide or Collided?
Collided.
Collided. Did you hear about there were these cheese trucks that collided in France? Yeah. See, she's getting
She's
well
Catching
versed.
on.
So yeah, these two cheese trucks collided in France. What a shame.
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news, everybody. We need a microphone too. We'll add that to the Amazon list, whatever. But the only thing left at the scene was debris.
Oh, that was good. I'm glad I didn't have to guess on that one.
Hey, that was cheesy.
Okay. 2 sips it is.
Touche.
Speaking of Europe, I know you were supposed to head over there in April. So why is it that Norwegian battleships tend to have these big barcodes on the side?
Oh, geez.
Sorry to everyone who's tuning in for the first time. This is a regular situation that occurs every
I
time.
really have no idea.
So the reason behind Norway and Norwegian battleships, putting these big barcodes on the side of the ships, is to Scandinavian.
Wow, these are epic.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Where's Trevor? Hello.
Cheers.
Maybe he's refilling. Oh, there he is. He's like, I've heard this joke several times. All right, my dear. So, when you were planning this abroad trip, were you planning to do any like pop-up shows, or did you have everything kind of set in stone before heading over there?
Everything was mostly set in stone. I was gonna be doing. You've heard of So Far Sounds, I'm sure. I was gonna be doing one of those in Paris. So yeah, that was gonna be really cool. It was kind of like, I had all these things on my calendar, and like in April, like day by day was like, oh, I should have been in Paris today. That was a bummer. Once I got through that, it was like, okay, I was just supposed to be home today. That's fine.
I know that, like, literally the day everything got put on pause and shut down in terms of travel, like mid-March, was like the day I was supposed to be going to SFO and doing like a 10-day trip in Europe. But
I had no trips planned. I was just gonna stay at home and drink.
pretty much been my trip. I've had some fun for the first like month or two of quarantine. I was working from home, and I would just put the Monterey Bay Aquarium live feed of their jellyfish on my TV, and then do
That's
my
such a good idea.
it's kind of soothing, and then you just light a candle and do your stuff. And
there were so many of those like really cool virtual tours that you were able to do. Like I was like, oh, I've never been here. Let me do a virtual tour. I mean, granted, it's not the real thing, but it's still pretty cool.
Where was like the coolest thing that you saw?
I forget exactly where it was, but it was like these beautiful cliffs and this like river running through it. And it was, I forget where it was though. And then I also like did a tour of a museum, and then like a tour of some like ancient Egypt burial grounds, which was pretty rad.
I want to see that.
Wow.
And you could like do a whole 360-degree view, like the sides, the up, the down, everything. It was pretty rad.
They did have the house that is like basically the entire story and movie, The Conjuring, was based on this house. And I remember it was like the first couple weeks of quarantine. I was so excited, and it was so cool. They gave like a 5-day, all night, all day, just access to all the video feeds within the house.
Oh my goodness.
And I bet you could probably find, and go back and find all the video feeds somewhere
Something
on
creepy.
the internet. But that was cool.
That terrifies
Halloween
me
is
just thinking
coming
about it.
I know. It's almost October. I can't believe a week from today, it's October 1st.
Isn't that insane?
Yeesh.
I mean, I'm ready for it. I love the fall.
Mark Ramsey on Facebook just said that house is in Rhode Island. I don't know.
Is it?
I did know that.
That's my friend.
No.
But I didn't know the Conjuring house was in Rhode Island. Now I want to leave.
Great, Mark. She just got here 2 years ago, and now you're just getting her out of here already.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, cheers to haunted locations, specifically
Sure.
on the East Coast in Rhode Island, specifically.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Yeesh.
That's fun. Speaking of creepy stuff, how about, I know you did an awesome song that was featured on Vampire Diaries. Do you want to do one of your television featured songs?
Sure, I can do that. I will do one that was in One Tree Hill back in the day.
Yours and mine?
Oh, I could do that. I was gonna do Under Streetlights, but I could do yours and mine.
Can we do both back to back?
Okay, sure.
Yay.
Yeah, I loved One Tree Hill in like high school. Like that show was on forever. I don't know when you guys, did you watch like the whole thing in its entirety? Yeah, so I had watched it. I had watched it in high school, and then like I was like graduated from college, and it was still going on, and got the like, email to have my song placed in One Tree Hill, and so I went back and started watching like the whole thing, because I was like, oh my god, I used to love this show. So
did you ever notice that Nathan in the show, I think it's Nathan, because it's not Lucas, Nathan has just one of his nipples is pierced with a nipple ring. Yeah, because there's certain scenes, I don't know if he had to like take it out in the later seasons or what. But in like the earlier seasons, you see him shirtless on like the street basketball court. And yeah, if you pay attention, like if you like pause it and you look, I was like a big One Tree Hill like fanatic, me and my cousin. But yeah, he has just one. I can't remember if it was the left or the right nipple. Sorry, I didn't pay that close of attention to detail.
Yeah, I watched the whole series and had no idea.
Now you're gonna go back and watch and be like, oh my god.
You'd think he wouldn't have even gotten the role with that. He's supposed to be like this innocent high school boy.
Right? He pulled it off. All right, Brooke. Whenever you're ready.
Cool. I'm gonna start with Under Streetlights. Thank you. So that was Under Streetlights, and I haven't played Yours and Mine in a bit, but I have played this song so many times, it'll come right back. Yeah, so I think this one was my very first TV placement ever.
Wow.
Nice. nice. How did that feel, like knowing that your song's going to be on a TV show?
Really, it's like the coolest feeling ever. Like, it's one of those things that's like, oh man, this is
You've made
this is
it.
why I do this, or like, you know, like I love, I make music to like connect with people, obviously, but seeing your song connected to film or TV and like a story, it's just really cool. Like, it feels very impactful, you know. It was always, it's funny because I had 3 songs placed in One Tree Hill, and the last song was like in this like really intense scene where like somebody was about to die or something, and I will like get comments on my YouTube page about it like years later, like, this made me believe that Dan was a good person. And it's like,
I know. I was so
you know.
mad at myself when I kind of went over the camel's back in terms of my opinion on Dan. But it's cool that you share the name with Sophia Bush's character, Brooke.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's just
That's
true.
pretty awesome.
She is a badass to this day.
I know. She is a full-blown philanthropist, and
She's a
she's
force.
inspirational and
Yeah.
beautiful and talented,
All of the above.
as are you, my dear.
Oh, thanks. All right, here goes yours and mine.
I'll be the chorus, you be the verse. Live in a forest, beautiful bird.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Brooke. We've got Miss Brooke Annibale here, and it looks like Nina on Facebook saying, nice to connect again. Enjoyed your August 23rd concert, which happens to be my birthday, Nina. Thank you.
Hey.
My dad's family grew up with your granddad, our best year dad, Doug. My dad's name is also Doug.
Oh, cool.
Strange.
Cheers to dad's name, Doug.
And my father, Doug, is also a Leo, as are you.
Hey. My dad's birthday's this weekend. Happy birthday, Dad.
Yay! Happy birthday to your dad.
So those two songs that you just heard, if you're watching live right now, were both presented within a really popular TV show. If you haven't checked it out, shame on you. And go check it out. It's a great show. But that last one was Yours and Mine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that show heavily focuses on basketball. So what do you call the basketball move? Yeah, I see your wrist is twitching towards the glass. It's good. You're learning quickly. What do you call the basketball move where you drink too much alcohol or too much wine and then score?
Man, how come Trevor doesn't have to be?
I got this
okay.
one.
Na, na.
Here it comes.
It's a slam drunk.
Okay.
You got
Yeah.
Great job. Drink twice, Trevor. Oh, man.
I was just about to say, how come Trevor doesn't have to be the one that stares at you blankly?
Oh, he has many a time.
He
That's why he
shakes his head.
tunes out
Yeah.
while I talk. And you appeared on several other shows. Grey's Anatomy was one show that I invested a lot of my time into until I just got like past the Baker's Dozen season.
You're
like,
no longer into McDreamy.
after season 13, a lot of things happened. People died. I was like, meh. But now I'm going to have to go watch season 14, which your song By Your Side is featured in. And that's super cool. What kind of doctor is Dr. Pepper? Trevor, you won't know this one, I hope. I'm stressed. All right, 7 seconds. A physician.
I was thinking something with fizzy, but didn't go there quick enough.
I'm out.
You'll get
Oh,
more.
man.
Darn.
No excuses.
So now that it's 5 o'clock, really quick, I just wanted to plug our products. So thank you to everyone who's tuning in. If you are tuning in, wherever you're at, I'm sure you've sampled some of our stuff in the past. And if you enjoy our products, there's an array of ways that you can access them, whether it be at our wine and music studio downtown in Napa, the Napa Valley, or you can head over to our website, which is going to be linked. And we have a wine finder where you can access products nearest you, or we can ship them your way. In addition to that, we've also got the amazing, ultra talented Brooke Annibale's music and all the ways to find it in every variety available via the links also going to be posted by Trevor. Really quick before we sign off, not only do I want to say thank you to Brooke and to Coco and to Trevor and to everyone watching, but I thought it'd be fun as we head into the first weekend of fall. Maybe if you could just lead us off into the end of the show with tiny little, like a little nibble, little sample of either something you've been working on or like a fun cover.
Sure. Oh man, I wish hold on. Please wait 1 second. I have a piece of paper over there that will be a really fun cover.
Perfect.
Nice.
Because I know she's done a Beatles cover before, and it's a shame that the Beatles, they didn't make the submarine in that song green, because that would have been sublime.
Gotta get that last minute joke in.
I wonder if I did a little like home session for the XM channel, The Coffee House, a couple months ago. So like I recorded a couple songs at home, and this song is a cover of Dua Lipa.
Oh, I love her.
Very far out of my usual comfort zone.
what is it? New Rules.
know
That's
what-
like one of my
Mhm.
faves.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jam.
Yeah, I think. So do you want me to do like a chorus or something of this?
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Cool.
sounds good.
If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you want to believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you want to believe that anything could stop me.
There's a chorus.
Woo!
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
We get the last round of applause.
Yay! Thank you.
Woo! Thank you. Tell your father. So your dad's name is Doug, yeah?
Yes,
Awesome. So
he's
tell.
probably watching.
Hi, Doug. My dad's name's Doug too. Happy almost birthday, Doug. And shout out to Coco. It's almost her birthday in 8 days.
Woo!
So happy belated to you, Brooke, Miss Leo.
Thank you. Thanks for having me
Happy
tonight.
belated to you too.
We love all the end of summer, beginning of fall birthdays. They're really supreme.
The best people.
And we've just seen it today. Brooke, you did an amazing job and appreciate you so much for tuning in. And I'm glad you got your wine in time.
Yes, thank you so much for that. It's very good.
Let's do one final cheers. It's almost
Cheers.
Friday, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, there's Trevor.
We got more wine.
Not really. I'm pretending. Feels like a splash.
Woo! Are we still alive? Oh.